In the elections for the European Parliament last June, you garnered over 3,000 votes, and you did so with practically little or no campaigning. Following those elections, you had declared your interest in a right-wing party. So first of all, are you still interested in pursuing this goal? And secondly, if you do pursue this goal, isn't it going to overlap with Azione Nazionale?
Thank you. First of all, Angelo, thank you for inviting me at university here. I'm pleasantly surprised. Għaliex a politician like I am, especially not exactly mainstream, is always wondering whether there's somebody out there listening. Oh, this shows your interest. This interview shows, at least at university, there is a portion of students who are interested in my views, whether they agree with them or not, and more important, interested in the future of our country and our people. Detto questo, your question. Well, you see, our country is a bankrupt country, bankrupt in every sense of the word. Spiritually, culturally, politically, socially, economically, financially. This is a bankrupt country. We are, in all but name, a third world country and heading there fast. The only solution to this malaise is a political solution. Allora, bil-fors, those who are ensconced in Parliament, glued there for this past half century, since independence, we have to boot them out from that position of political power. And the only way this can be done is through politics. There's no other way, because these people, these gangsters, the squalid socialists and the Christian hypocrites, they don't care about this decline of our country. They don't care. All they're interested in is winning the next election and retaining the perks. This is it. So it's got to be political. Now, once it's political, how do you get there? We have to play the democratic game. This democracy, which is a travesty of democracy, because this is not real democracy, this is the counting of heads like sheep. So anybody who can bamboozle the most will win the election. And we, having a higher view of politics, can't do that, or it's very difficult for us to beat the other two in this charade. But there's no other way. So we've got to have a party, which is in embryo at the moment. I have meetings practically every week with interested people, with valid people. It is the only way. It's a party in embryo, and it's there primarily because I'm expecting a collapse of our country. This country, within a little time, will have soup kitchens. We'll have queues, the Maltese queuing for a plate of soup every day. There's going to be a reenactment of the Victory Kitchen, Second World War, and that reenactment was postponed or whatever, cancelled. That will become a reality. Very soon, we will have Victory Kitchens in every village in Malta. Very soon, because this country is bankrupt, you see. They've ruined it, these people. These people were put in power. So there's got to be a focal point. A new party which draws the best man. As Lao Tzu used to say, when the country is in disorder and the people in disarray, loyal ministers step forward. They step into the breach. And so this party is there as a reference point, so that when it is needed, it will step forward to save the country. Senti, Saitni, you asked me about whether it all will overlap Alleanza Nazionale. With all due respect to the genuine adherents or supporters or voters of Alleanza Nazionale, and of course its leader, a reputable doctor, who is unfortunately still beached in the 70s, never evolved politically. I mean, nidem għadu jirreċpa fuq id-divorzju. Irrid namlu studju biex naraw għaliex in-nies qed jisseparaw. Patetiku. Nisimhom jisseparaw minn żmien Adam u Eva qed tifhem. Jiġifieri tista' taħseb. This is a fossilized Conservative Party. It's fossilized, stuck in the past, and there is no overlapping. There won't be any, because they will simply wither away naturally, because there's no place in 2009 for such a party with such fossilized views.
Okay. On to the symbol, the flag, which we can see over there, and also on your book. And the flag of Imperium Europa bears a strong resemblance of sorts to the SS insignia. Was the symbol of Imperium Europa purposely made to resemble the SS insignia, or does it have some other meaning?
Look, had you asked me about the Nationalist Party symbol, you see, whether it has fascist connotations with the black background, created, designed by an outspoken fascist who was interned during the war in Uganda, I would have said yes, there must be a fascist connotation with the Nationalist Party symbol. But our symbol, as displayed in my recent book here, shows the lightning and the sun. Now, the symbol of lightning, the lightning, has been the symbol of creativity since time immemorial. You find it in comic books, where somebody, the cartoons, where a character has an idea, you have the lightning. If you remember, I don't know, perhaps you're too young, Barclays here, Barclays Bank Limited, or DCO, had a string of branches in Malta. Now, most managers were qualified. They were associates of the Institute of Bankers, like I am, for example. And we all sported proudly the Association of Institute tie. Now, there was one man at Barclays, one man only in Malta, who had a tie issued by Barclays, which carried exactly this symbol. And this is a prize given by Barclays Bank to anyone of its staff. He could be a simple cashier, or as in this case, a manager, who came out with some brilliant idea which saved the bank money, shortened queues, and whatever. And in Malta we had one man, I think it was Falzon, I'm not sure, but I worked with him at IFB, an investment finance bank in Strang Street. And this man was very, very proud of this symbol, you see, exactly this. Very proud. So while we all wear our associate tie, associate of the Institute of Bankers, this chap wore this, which was in recognition to some brilliant brainwave of his. Our logo, our insignia, represents creativity with unity, action within unity. The lightning is action, the bolt of action, and the circle is vision. We are always on the lookout for thought, action, man. We can't be philosophers and do nothing. You see, the market will be taken over by thugs. But on the other side, we can't be full of action-oriented without vision. So there must be unity between these two complementary, in our case, forces. Action with vision. That's what the symbol represents.